next. Don't let him back into the fight.
Back at it in round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And Sugar Ray is rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Didn't land that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Defense is not an option for these two. Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nobody home with that hook. With 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
This round, good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just keep him on the end when you go out.
On to the 5th we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Missing with the hook. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Catch and shoot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
That jab doesn't score. And that hook misses. Misses with the jab. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Come on. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just keep him on the end.
You got to go back out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Good work out there. The job's working nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't move back.
Box them back together. Now you to go back out there.
This is the beginning of round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Perfect counter lands. Both men step back for just a moment. Swing and a miss with that hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Jab misses. Nice counter. Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
There's the bell to start round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab won't score. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
He missed with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. Holding nothing back here in the round. Perfect counter shot. Just missed with that hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a lick it because you've got to get some before you get them close.
These fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice exchange here from both men. Jab slightly off target. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
What was that? What are you doing? You've completely switched up.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round.
Round 8, and we're off again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Tried to score with a jab. Just misses with that jab. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
Because when you talk about championship material,
Just keep him on the end of that jab. Getting you tired.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not...
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
If you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. All right, hook misses. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Only catching air with that hook. Hook misses. He just misses with that jab. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gap's full there.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Get your mind back to your focus. But
Yes, I like that round.
It's round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He misses with that jab. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now.
Just wanna run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. His stamina is off the charts. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas at it.
This This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Good counter punching. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Straight right just misses. Going to punch himself out, though. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
They figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Hook just can't find the target. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Said about Sugar Ray in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Gets your mind back, gets your focus back, get that jump back.
There's the bell for round 12. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And down goes Crawford. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with the right hook. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
His stamina is off the charts. Good counter punch. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That hook won't score. Just missing with the right uppercut. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Has to be a judge. Sugar Ray is down! And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your breath.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Incredible work rate. The straight right just misses. Counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down. You've got...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Nope, that uppercut does. Hold that thought! Sugar Ray's in trouble! That was the moment!
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That hook was off target. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone.
Say it ain't so! Down goes Sugar Ray! Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this